early.
Hey everyone.
We're early.
We're early. Well, that's fun.
That almost doesn't happen. How are you today?
Let us know if you're watching. This is Cassie Van Thigh.
And this is Lori Dengler.
And we are
Shiny
here
things.
to missed that one. But we're here today. If you saw the heading, we called it Less Than, More Than Apologizing. Is that really you? What do you think we mean about that? Anybody have any thoughts, comments? Well, I guess we can hear about it after, but if you're joining us, please give us a thumbs up or a wave just to let us know that you are with us today. So, less than, more than, and apologizing.
Depends on the day.
Yeah, it really does.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is kind of where our thought had gone from. Sometimes we feel we have to apologize for ourselves in the sense of that we feel less than, or we might feel more than, or we just aren't. We feel like we need to apologize for ourselves.
We're not fitting what other people want us to be or what we think they want us to be. It's not necessarily them projecting theirs onto us, but and the feeling of less than, like, I think that's something we can all relate to.
Yep.
That we've had moments where we're at my house today, so it's like a little chaotic. Where you feel like you're not as good, you're not as worthy as other people. So let's tackle less than to start with, and then we can get to greater than, and then we can get to apologizing.
Yeah, sounds good.
So I've kind of just come off a less than kick for the last couple of days. So, and I think it started, I had 3 glasses of wine on Saturday, which is a lot for me, like a lot. And then I didn't sleep as well, and just
spirals downhill.
Dog woke me up early on Sunday morning, and then just kind of like, it took me several days to get out of the funk. Have you recently gone through something like that? I'll tell you how I overcame, my little tricks, but they don't work. I mean, some might work for you. You might have to tweak them for your own. So
is it that like you said, you had the wine, you didn't sleep well, and like I said, it just kind of spirals downhill from there because you are sometimes, like, is it because you're sensitive to no sleep and alcohol a little bit to the point where you wake up feeling like in a fog or a funk, really? It's a funk.
Yeah, definitely. And then it's the funk, usually for me anyway, is accompanied by foul moodiness, and then I feel guilty about being foully mooded, and feeling guilty about how I interact with everyone from there. I'm less tolerant, and then then the shame comes in, and it's like I'm less than what I want to be. But yeah, no, I know my body's really sensitive to everything. Like, it's the thyroid condition, and it's any alcohol or sugar or fatty foods, and I really and lack of sleep really gets me.
Yeah,
I don't get. Some
Me
people
too.
get hangry. I get tangry. When I'm tired, I get really angry and moody, and so the sleep thing is huge for me. And I find the later, closer to midnight or after midnight I go to bed, the worse I sleep. So I always try to hit 9 o'clock, which I'm an old lady, I get it.
No,
but I'm such a better version of myself when I'm up. Yeah. Up early. I get up at 5, 1:45, and then I go to bed at 9. Yeah, that's how I roll.
And so you're aware of that. And you're aware of what your triggers are to feel when that less than feeling kind of sets in, right? And I mean, we can all relate. There's maybe triggers for other people that kind of put them in there, whether they've had it could be even as simple as just a conversation with someone where they walk away feeling like, oh, like, how come I can't be like that? Or how come I don't have my stuff together like that person? Or like, so I think we maybe even talked about this on one of our shows. It's just that compare, despair kind of, compare and despair kind of mode. But we also, in your case, like you just talked about, is we compare our own self to a better version of ourselves. And then it's just like I said, it spirals downhill. Your thoughts become negative. Everything you see around you kind of becomes kind of that murky. Yeah, like you just kind of almost want to crawl back into bed and go, okay, I need to press replay.
And that's one of the things I did. I took a nap yesterday.
Good.
I had the day off, and I was exhausted, and I put Emily down and I napped until she woke up at 2:30, and it was glorious.
And how did you feel after that?
Wonderful. A little groggy, but wonderful. And and then I've been gratitude journaling.
Nice.
So even when I didn't feel it, I have been, what am I truly grateful for? And writing those things down. So that's been helpful as well.
So the gratitude journaling and whatnot is very helpful to come to a place of kind of just really coming out of that funk into a place of all the things we do appreciate in our life. And
excuse me for 1 second, child.
We have a child. Do you want it just pop out?
You know what's the second hose?
The second hose is out front in the garden.
Oh.
No, not that like sprinkler one, but you know.
It should be plugged into the mom truth, Paula.
We have 2 hoses.
A trick I taught one of my kids was quite a few years ago. I was involved with the big dance festival in town here in organizing it, and I knew that it was going to take my time and attention, like pretty much all weekend, from like the time it started Friday and until the time it started Sunday. But she was also actively involved in dance. So a little trick I taught her was, if you need me, rather than just kind of coming up and blah, 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 where I'm like, oh, whoa, whoa, wait, is I just taught her to put her hand on my shoulder or her hand somewhere on me. So I was aware she was there. And then I just put my hand on hers. Like, so she knew I acknowledged her. So it was an acknowledgement to her that I knew she was there. And she knew as soon as that happened, that as soon as I could give my full attention to her, I would.
I love it.
So there's a little trick there's another mom truth, just something to try, because kids are kids, right? They'll interrupt you, and it seems like the more distracted you are, the more they kind of need you right now. And it's just a really good way to, I think, just give them the acknowledgement without really feeling that they're ignored, right?
Yes. Yeah. Well, and to his credit, he stood there and he just beamed his eyes into mine.
He got the glare.
A couple minutes, and I did the 1 second, but he didn't quite.
Anyway, we were talking about coming out of the funk.
Yeah.
And
I'm out of the funk today.
That's really good. That's what I had sort of asked how you really felt, and it's really just tuning into, okay, I'm in this funk. I feel less than what I could be, or I'm just not feeling myself. What is it I need right now in this moment? What is it I need most? And you honored yourself in having that nap, and you came out of it. You feel great.
Well, and I kept my routine going too. I kept getting up and working out even though I wasn't feeling it.
Yeah.
And I, what else did I do? I ate healthy. I did all those things too. And those are the things that worked for me.
The second hose that we had. We had 2 hoses.
No, I don't know where it is, buddy. I'm sorry.
We'll be done right away.
Yeah. Can this wait?
It's all good.
5 more minutes. Okay.
So you sort of came back to feeling good about who you were. So the opposite then of that is
greater than,
more than, greater than. Thank God we're not talking about math.
No.
So that greater than feeling is sometimes
you're really good at something.
You're good at something,
and you feel like you have to play it down.
You feel like you have to downplay it, or you downplay it for somebody else's opinion of that.
So you don't make them feel bad.
And then to extend that further, that's where the apologizing comes in. We apologize for ourselves. And to another extent, apologizing comes into play, and there is, I don't know, say where you're invited to something and you just know that it's just really not something you want to do or need to do. Yes, it might be something you like, but just at that moment in time, you just really want to say no. So you might say no and then give some sort of apology, right? Because we feel like we owe an apology for who we are, and to most people.
Yeah, we just can't. It's so hard to say no. And how many other people out there feel like this is so hard to say no when you were...
When it could be anything, really.
Yeah.
When you do say no, you're honoring your own self and you're honoring your own truth. But when you kind of go along with it, I think what happens then is you might go. We'll just use the example, like I said, it's to an event or something, just where you've been invited somewhere, and you might go along with it, and the whole time you're there, you're just not you're not happy. Like you're feeling disappointed in yourself because you didn't honor yourself and what you really wanted to do. You kind of just feel, I guess, not with it, not tuned into what's going on around you. You're just sitting there wishing you were doing whatever it is you originally wanted to do, whether it's stay home or
it's funny
not, you know.
Yeah, I will actually, I hate to say this, but sometimes when I go out, I just like I think to myself before I go out, okay, when is the earliest I can leave?
Absolutely.
And what is my out? And then if someone kind of takes the out when you were like, okay, I'm going to leave as soon as we get this. Damn, I can't leave right now because they just left, and they're obviously feeling the same way you are.
And you're sitting there just thinking, okay, like how soon can I get out of this? And we all have done it.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. So it's just really recognizing that when that comes up for you, just kind of go, what do I need in this moment? Same sort of situation, same question. Ask yourself, what do I need in this moment? And if it's something you're committed to, but maybe doesn't actually happen right away, and you get to that point and you just you go through it and you feel awful doing it, where originally you might just say, you know what, no, I can't, and just leave it at that, but no apology, right? Or no, I just really, I'm not up for it, without the, apology of, oh, I have this and this and this, that, or whatever reason you come up with, right?
I'm terrible for that. Terrible for that.
Plus, the other side of that, I guess, sorry, Cassie, is when we do actually say no to something, we actually open up a world of yes to something else.
Yes, that's true. I like that. No, there is
whether
power
it's your own
no.
self, the power of no. Yeah. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
I forget. Sorry. That's okay.
We kind of came across at the same time.
No. So, are you feeling less than? Are you feeling greater than? Do you ever apologize for who you are, or do you ever downplay what you do? I'm listening to Girl Stop Apologizing right now. So, and Rachel Hollis was talking in her in the first chapter about how when she ran a blog, she was so judged for being, and she said, I don't do it all. My husband's very involved. I have a nanny. I have a housekeeper. I have a team of people. And social media ripped her apart. So then she became very insecure about. Yeah. So she would downplay everything she did. And she's like, oh, I run a small blog. And
it's
what do you
insecurity.
apologize for? And if nothing's coming up, plant that seed and see where it takes you. What are you downplaying? That we all have that something that we downplay.
Absolutely, we do.
And we gotta stop that shit.
We do.
Yeah, we do.
We have to learn how to really be okay with
how amazing you are.
Because we're all amazing.
And how are you going to inspire other people to be amazing if you're not showing off your light? And sure, maybe some people will get jealous or offended of how great you are, but more people are going to open up to this idea of, wow, she did that. I want to do that. Let's follow her model. And you're going to inspire and burn a path for those who are trying to find their way. Light that torch up and show us.
Yeah. And be confident with it. Yeah. And be confident in comfortable with your decision and who you are. And
And if you're feeling less than right now, just remember there's lots of people, you're not alone. Lots of people are feeling less than you.
Not at all.
And there's going to be times where you look back on feeling less than and think, that was silly. Why did I feel that way? And like I said, things that have worked for me are journaling, gratitude lists, exercise. That lights up all those little fun chemicals in your brain and makes you feel good about everything in life.
Absolutely, 100%. And also just being around people that are like you, like-minded people, or that do encourage and lift you up, and really paying attention to the people you are hanging around with. And if you're kind of
if they're heavy, if you walk away from
you're gonna
the
walk away
conversation
heavy.
feeling like you've got all this emotional muck on you, then
you can carry that, right?
You do.
So I don't know. Anything else for today?
I don't think anything else is coming up. I can't.
That's a lot of deep stuff in one day.
We're at the 15-minute mark, so.
Oh, are we?
I know, that went by Yes.
We have hoses to take care of out here. The garden hoses.
I know. I'm sorry about the interruption. No, I'm not sorry. You guys are kids.
There we go.
You get it. It happens. It probably added to the show, that little entertainment. So.
Absolutely. You can come raging in. And, Mom.
No. Yeah, no. Hey, it was good. You tried. So
Yeah.
they'll be happy I'm done. I have a free desk if anybody wants it. It's out on the front lawn. I'm upgrading, so all right.
Very exciting. Good for you. All right, guys. It's been a joy once again. And until next week.
Thank you for having us in your home.
Thank
Thank
you
you for watching. Catch us on the recast if
Yep.
you missed us.
Always feel free to leave us comments or drop us a message.
Show
Reach out.
suggestions are welcome.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.